Welcome back. Food insecurity has been a major issue during this pandemic, and for many Americans, despite a recovering economy, the financial struggles that have been caused by the pandemic are still not over. 42 million people, folks, are projected to face food insecurity this year. It's only a slight decrease from the record highs of 2020. That's according to a recent analysis by Feeding America. Before the pandemic hit, food insecurity was in this country was at a more than 20-year low. Ellison Barber is in Atlanta for us, where the Atlanta Community Food Bank is holding a massive food drive. And they say they're still seeing a major influx of families needing that food. Ellison, tell us where you are, too, for this.
Hey, Chuck, so we're in Henry County, and part of why this mass food distribution site event is taking place is because the Atlanta Community Food Bank said they'd started to realize as their demand went up, other smaller food banks, their resources were taxed and they were having trouble getting enough food to people who needed it. So they decided to put these big sites that could serve up to 2,000 households in a couple different pockets. And this is in Henry County, not too far outside of Atlanta, but a little further from the metro area because they thought they could reach as many people possible right here. Listen here.
I think the misconception has always been there, right? Prior to the pandemic is that, it's specific types of people who need assistance. But a lot of times what we found, especially now with the pandemic, is that it's anybody. It's somebody who may have had a full-time job and have had hours cut. And so they're now working half of what they normally would have done. And so suddenly they've had an impact to their budget and their ability to serve and kind of provide for their family.
So you can tell a little with the empty pallets, moving some leftover boxes here. They're wrapping up now, but this morning before this site even opened up, cars lined up for hours waiting to get inside. Again, they had enough food here to feed 2,000 households. And when we talked to the people who work with Atlanta Community Food Bank, they said that they have seen the demand, the need for food increase just exponentially throughout the pandemic. They say their food distributions are up by 50% since the pandemic, and that's not just 1 month, not just one peak. They say they have consistently seen that need every single month since March of 2020. And in the 29 counties that they focus on working with, food insecurity has increased by over 30%, among children by about 48%. That is 1 in 5 children in these counties that this food bank helps. Chuck.
Ellison Barber at this Atlanta area food distribution event. Ellison, thank you. And be sure, look, when you want to help with food banks, some of them want you to bring actual food. But if they do, be sure to look at the list that they're asking for. Don't just bring any food. There's a specific food. And many of these food banks do prefer financial donations over the actual food. So just check with your local food bank on that. But please support them.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.